Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today video I am talking about very biggest mysterious in the world. That's called Bermuda Triangle. The Bermuda Triangle is an area bounded by points in Bermuda, Florida and Puerto Rico, where ships and flights are said to mysteriously vanish into deep water. Recently, some people have wondered if there is a Bermuda Triangle connection in the disappearance of Malaysia Airlines flight MH370. Even though the jet went missing halfway around the world. The term Bermuda Triangle was coined in 1964 by writer Vincent Geddes in the men's pulp magazine Sarkozy. Through Geddes first came up with the Maras, a much more famous name propelled it into international popularity a decade later. Charles Babbage, whose family created the popular series of language instruction courses, also had a strong interest in the paranormal. He believed not only that Atlantis was real but also that it was connected to the triangle in some way. A theory he proposed in his best-selling 1974 book The Bermuda Triangle. The mystery has since been promoted in thousands of books, magazines, television shows and websites. Over the years, many theories have been offered to explain the mystery. Some writers have expanded upon Babbage's ideas about Atlantis, suggesting that the mythical city may lie at the bottom of the sea and be using its reputed crystal energies to sink ships and planes. Other more fanciful suggestions include time portal and including rumors of underwater alien base. Still others believe that the explanation lies in some sort of extremely rare and little known yet perfectly natural, logical or hydrological explanation. For example, paper ships and planes are destroyed by pockets of flammable methane gas known to exist in large quantities under the sea. Maybe lightning or an electrical spark ignited an arc bubble of methane that came to the surface right next to a ship or flight, causing them to sink without a trace. There are a few obvious logical problems with this theory, including that methane exists naturally around the world and such an incident has never been known to happen. Others suggest sudden rogue tidal waves or maybe some mysterious geomagnetic anomaly that creates navigational problems, confusing pilots and somehow causing them to plunge into the ocean. Then again, pilots are trying to fly even with the loss of electronic navigation, and that theory doesn't explain ship disappearance. In fact, the Navy has a web page debunking this idea. It has been inaccurately claimed that the Bermuda Triangle is one of the two places on Earth at which a magnetic compass points toward true north. Normally a compass will point toward magnetic north. The difference between the two is known as compass variation. Although in the past this compass variation did affect the Bermuda Triangle region. Due to fluctuation in the Earth's magnetic field, this has apparently not been the case since the 19th century. But before we expect any of this explanation, a good skeptic or scientist should ask more basic questions. Is there really any mystery to explain? A journalist named Larry Koch asked exactly that question and came to a surprising answer. There is no mystery about strange disappearance in the Bermuda Triangle. In Koch's definitive book, The Bermuda Triangle Mystery Solved, Koch noted that few writers on the topic bothered to do any real investigation. They mostly collected and repeated other earlier writers who did the same. Unfortunately, Charles Babbage's facility with language didn't carry over into credible research or scholarship. His books on the paranormal and on the Bermuda Triangle especially were related with errors, mistakes and unscientific crank theories. In a way, the Bermuda Triangle is largely a creation of Charles Babbage's mistake. Koch would later note that Babbage's research was so sloppy that if Babbage were to report that a boat were red, the chance of it being some other color is almost a certainty. In some cases, there is no record of the ships and flight claimed to have been lost in the aquatic triangle graveyard. They never excited outside of a water's imaginations. In other cases, the ships and flight were real enough, but Babbage and others neglected to mention that they mysteriously disappeared during bad storms. Other times, the vessel sank far outside the Bermuda Triangle. It's also important to note that the area within the Bermuda Triangle is heavily traveled with cruise and cargo ships. Logically, just by random chance, more ships will sink there than in less traveled areas such as the South Pacific. The Bermuda Triangle has fascinated many who learn reward believing imaginative stories and bizarre explanations, but skeptics take a whole other view of the area. Find out whether you have got the fact straight. Thank you for watching. If you want more videos, like and subscribe my channel.